Good rising, the pretty souls, and it is Jude here, also known as the pretty souls, and I am coming to share a message today for the Cancer, for the water signs, basically. But it's not only for the water signs. When I was setting intentions for this reading, I was asking Spirit um, for messages for the collective first and foremost, but from the spiritual, from the intuitive parts of us, because now this is going to be a brief aside, but um, all of these signs that are broken down into fire element, water element, or air element, these all still affect every one of us, though there are those of us who have more of this energy um, that influence the time that we were born, so we take on those characteristics readily, more easily. All of these are still for every sign. So when I was asking Spirit for messages specifically from this sign, I wanted to start with this because everything first takes place in the supernatural, or quote unquote in the unseen, in the spiritual. That's what I meant to say, okay? It's about 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning, so please, um, if I have a little brain farts and stuff like that, that is the reason why. But I wanted to get up really early so I could have a lot of time to get through these readings. So I wanted to start with the spiritual. I wanted to start with the intuitive first because to me, that's really where everything begins. We started off as spirit beings, and now we've come down and we've come here into these physical bodies and even into the physical plane, and we're learning things. Okay? So, but everything to me, from what I've seen and my lessons in life, and what I've seen through reading metaphysical books such as the Bible and other metaphysical books, everything starts here first, which is where the seat of spirit to me is. So, without further ado, this message and all the other elemental messages that will be coming after this, it's going to be the water signs first. Um, from the water signs, I want to move to the earth energy, and then we're going to move to the fire. Well, no, water first, air next, earth, fire, or fire then earth. That's the way we're going to do it. But long story short, these messages are going to be for every sign, okay? Even if you are more a part of a different element, it's still for you. We can tap into this information and we can use it, okay? A lot of us are already going through um, or having dealt with all of this that's about to come out already. So I am trying to be quiet. So hopefully you guys can hear everything. So just to hop right in, I asked for messages, the overall messages for the water sign energy. And I got two cards from the Soul Tarot deck. And then at the bottom of this deck was such a beautiful message to me. Um, so, yeah, I'm going to try not to talk too long. We got purpose. We got purpose here, okay? So, first and foremost, I want to say that any and everything that has happened to us, I hate the way that it's reflecting. I really do. So, I'm going to have to take those off. But I think a lot of these messages that are going to follow this card is all pointing to our purpose. Everything that we're going to see played out here, that the spirit is representing, is all because it's leading us to our divine purpose. This is what's on a lot of people's hearts and minds. This is what's in a lot of people's intuition. This is what's in a lot of people's spirits at this time. This could be what spirit is really trying to push so many of us into purpose. So it says, I know what I'm here to do. Now, there are some people who may not feel like they are very clear on what they're here to do, okay? And so there are many events in this life that the sole purpose, and I don't know where to look, but whatever, that the sole purpose for the events, whether it's relationships, whether it's life and death, or endings and new beginnings, um, you know, whatever the case may be, intuitive thoughts, feelings intuitively, all of these things are happening. They are being allowed to happen to set us on our course to our purpose. So the next two cards that came out together at the same exact time, which makes me feel like for sure these messages belong together. And those two cards are forgiveness and success. Forgiveness and success. So right off the bat, I felt like I really feel as though somehow these two are working intertwined, and in order to forgive, it'll lead you to success. And basically, for those who are already in the energy of forgiveness, they're going to experience success. For others of us, it's going to be that we desire success in the aspects of relationships and in life in general. So, this is what's going to actually promulgate many of us to begin to walk in forgiveness. So, let's go ahead and read the affirmations on this card. It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And so, we do have a lot of cups energy that did come out in this reading. And so that makes me think about the energy of love. Spirit did have me to pull a couple of crystals out, and the way the Spirit led me to situate the crystals is that the rose quartz is smack dab in the middle. I was instructed to pull out the red jasper, Carnelian, Sunstone, and the intuition stone or the moonstone, and those are all around and surrounding the rose quartz. Okay, so I'll have a little bit of information in the description box below to describe what each of the signs kind of stand for and represent. But yeah, so success says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. There's no greater goal than to love. So I feel like that's in every aspect. That's with family. That's with yourself first. That's with um, associates, coworkers, other people in general, other spirit beings having this experience. Um, I think ultimately this is what we're here to learn about love. There's so much deeper that I could go, but I'm really trying to keep to a stricter time frame. When it comes to love, I have to say this. I think many of us are here to learn how to love ourselves first and all the emanations of self, which is seen in the versions of other people. Okay? Even if it's a part of yourself that you have not experienced yet or that you have no idea exists within you. Moving on. So, when I pulled the foundational cards for the reading from the General Tarot, there were four cards that flipped over and came out as well at the same time. So, I'm going to pick those up and show it to you guys. So, those cards were the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups, and this message, because pages deal with messages, this message looks as if it was, being given to the Queen of Cups with the way that the cards are positioned, like so. It's like this person is offering this cup to her. Moving on. The last two cards we had are the Four of Pentacles, and this is the very last card, the Page of Swords. So initially, I wasn't really clear about these messages. Um, But I could say that first and foremost, it's leading with the intuition. It's leading with the spirit to me. It's leading with someone who is in their power of sensing, of being intuitive, of being extremely emotional and nurturing and um, spiritually grounded as well as physically grounded. So this is a person, male or female, but I like to read the cards as they come out. So I'd say female who is grounded and balanced. She's got stability and she's got her foundation in the spirit, in the supernatural, in those things that are unseen. I would go as far as to say that the way that she manifested her stability and her security is because of the supernatural and her gifts um, that are rooted and planted there. So this is a woman who has manifested things from the unseen utilizing her strengths, utilizing her gifts and spiritual prowess. And that's how she has created stability for herself. And I just want to say that to me, this is representing also the divine feminine. This is something that the divine feminine comes here, I think, to also learn and teach. This to me is the divine feminine in in her first form of self, her getting to herself, nurtured, healed. Everything starts from spirit first with her, and then works its way out. The Page of Cups. This is about a message, and first and foremost, this happened to be the card right under. Okay, before I move forward, the way that the cards are set up, and I wish I could show you, I'll just take a picture and try to insert it somewhere. But the Queen of Cups is sitting right underneath the Purpose card. So that's so beautiful to me because it goes in line with what I was just saying. This Queen of Cups is standing in her purpose. They're realizing that they know what they're here for. They've used as well their spiritual gifts. They've used their strengths and whatever people could perceive as weaknesses as well for them. And they've manifested and created their reality based upon that. And that is a strength in and of itself. Everybody can't manifest from the spirit. Everybody can't bring what's inside and that no one can see, you know. Um, and that no one knows for sure can be manifested out. And the fact that the divine feminine has been able to do that is a beautiful thing. Let me go ahead before I move on to this card and also say that the bottom of the deck for the foundational cards is the Hermit card. So, what the Hermit card tells me is that there are a lot of us who have gone inside. We have had this point where we had to get to ourselves, even if you couldn't physically be alone in the recesses of your mind. You've been thinking, you've been led to go within, you've been led to figure out what you're here for, what your purpose is. You've been led to ask questions of the Most High God. And you've also been getting the answers that you've been seeking. You've been receiving answers. Now, you may have had to ask multiple times because you had self doubt, whatever. But the point is, you've gone within, you've received the enlightenment to light your path. And a lot of you guys, divine feminines for sure, but also, again, this can apply to all those who are moving in spirit. You've gotten the direction that you need. So you're beginning to get that in your heart space, get that in your mind, so that then you can begin to take action. So with the Page of Cups is sitting right underneath forgiveness. Okay. So I feel like somebody who maybe the divine feminine has had to forgive, or someone that you, the watcher, who this is going to resonate with, may have had to offer forgiveness to, or you yourself may have to be offered forgiveness. However, this resonates, it's coming in, and I feel like this is what those messages are going to be about. But this is not the only thing. I do have clarifying cards, and I'm going to go ahead and go through that after I quickly give you the initial understandings that I had of these cards. Okay, so um, someone's going to be offering forgiveness, is what I got overall with the Page of Cups. Okay, um, or the Queen of Cups is going to have to offer someone forgiveness. This is also messages, the Queen of Cups energy, I mean, the Page of Cups energy is also messages about creative pursuits, creative endeavors, um, and inspiration. So you guys could be also receiving inspirational insight and messages, okay? Now, moving on to the Four of Pentacles. This energy was somebody heavily holding on to what they feel is secure, holding on even to their emotions surrounding someone. So this is holding on to what they feel is stable. This could be also holding on to feelings for somebody, okay? It doesn't quite seem desperate, but sometimes it can feel desperate. Sometimes this is desperate energy to me, but this is not very desperate right now. This is more so just like, I don't want to let go. Like letting go makes me sad. Guys, I'm trying to get this in the screen. Letting go makes me sad. The thought of letting go makes me a little sad. This could also indicate someone trying to save money, hold on to the resources that they do have, possibly for fear that they won't get any more. Okay? Fear that this won't come back around. Fear that if they don't hold on to the little that they have, they may have nothing at all. So abandonment issues could be being, shown here. Someone choosing not to leave a circumstance or a situation because they feel like it is stable here. Also, this could be someone trying to create stability, attempting to create some form of firm foundation. Okay, please hold, you guys. Getting ready issues with the kids this morning, but their father has got it. These are my nephews, okay, and that's my brother-in-law. All right, so that was just to be clear. All right, so um, also the Four of Pentacles card just so happens to be right underneath the Success card, and I do feel like that is not happenstance. Okay, so I feel like those messages that are going to be coming up, clarifying the Four of Pentacles, they're going to have a lot to do with our success. Okay, um, yeah. So the Page of Swords was the last and final card to come out. This is also messages of clarity. This is messages of truth. Okay. Um, Now these messages could come through in a very non-tactful way. That's the way that I really usually understand this card the best. Someone could be immature when they're giving the messages as well. And when I say immature, it's just they lack the proper etiquette. Possibly they lack the understanding of being considerate of how they say something, or they choose to not be concerned with someone's feelings or the way that it could cause um, someone to be displayed when they share these messages. That's the overall vibe I get from this energy. This is also going to be messages, like I said, of clarity here, okay? So, messages that have to deal with intelligence and the intellect. This is also somebody who's very witty, um, very intelligent. No way around that. But they're very clever, very witty. Could be sharp tongued a little bit. They could have sarcasm in the way they communicate, things of this nature. Okay. But overall, my understanding of this was this is some form of marriage. I mean, marriage. This is some form of message of clarity. So let's hop into the clarifying cards for the Queen of Cups. Now, the overall energy of the Queen of Cups, excuse me, guys, please forgive me. The overall energy of the clarifying cards that we got here is the Justice card, okay? And for me, this was beautiful energy coming out. This is the fact that, baby, truth about everything is about to come forth, okay? And I feel that this is on a public stage. I feel that this is all across the universe. This is not just within the water sign community or the elements, okay? This is everybody. This is Judgment Day for everyone. This is a reckoning for everyone. This is a sentence finally being passed for everybody here, okay? I also heard with this card that this is karma coming out for everybody, and it's going to bring balance. It's going to restore balance. It's going to put everything back in its proper perspectives. It's going to lay everyone bare. And I do feel like people may look at this as a negative energy, but it's not going to be. It'll only be negative if you don't want to be exposed. It will only be negative if you don't want to make changes and if you don't want to stand in truth. Okay. So that's that with that. But more so, this is going to be some type of sentence being passed or some form of truth coming out that's going to make so many things very, very clear. Okay. This is going to be vindication for a lot of people as well. This is going to be the fact that whatever they have been saying for years or for a long time, and if they hadn't said it, they've been intuitively feeling this. It's going to be like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So that's beautiful energy for me. And that is what's coming. That's the overall energy of all the clarifiers. So moving on, the three cards that came out to clarify the Queen of Cups energy is the Two of Wands, which for me, this is always about a decision. And this card makes me feel like a decision about a journey, about a life path, what direction to take, okay? And with this coming out, I feel that a decision had already been made or has already been made, okay? But if not, this is one still needing to be made. I feel though that surrounding this is that there's been a lot of conflict here, okay? A lot of having to fight, possibly with yourself first and then with other people. Other people being yet again a reflection of other turmoil that's been going on within you for years. For years, okay? This conflict is what's going to help push people into making the decisions that they need to make to find balance within themselves, to go within and figure out what their purpose and what their call is, so that they can get away from this conflict and into being sure of what they're here for. All right. So that was some of the first energies that came out. With the Five of Wands also comes change. This is a conflict that brings change. It brings about a change, okay? Wands are also about taking action. So this conflict came to force a lot of us to take action, okay? And I think that those who this reading is going to resonate with, you're going to know that that's true information when you hear it. Because if it wasn't for this Five of Wands energy, whatever it could be in your life, usually, this also deals with passions. It deals with very heated discussions. It could also deal with sexual chemistry and or energy here. Okay, someone could have realized that they've been dealing with so many different partners and they've got all this energy within them because of that. So they needed to go within to make a change. To get cleared energetically of all this energy. That's for some people. For others of you, you've got all these different ideas that you're really good at, that you want to take action on all of them, but you've got to start somewhere. And you've been having this conflict on where to begin, okay? So fives are about change. They're also about conflict and chaos. And like I said, to me, the overall message and understanding I get is that this conflict, this chaos brings about a change. It's what gets you to start thinking that I need to make a decision about what direction I'm going in life and what I want. You've got decisions to make for some of you. All right. The last and final card that came out was this is getting clear about what you want with the Seven of Cups energy. Okay. So all of this is about you getting to what it is that your heart truly desires. The beautiful thing about going within to figure this out is that that's where the Most High resides. That's where the Most High reigns. That's where God is within. And so the Bible talks about God wanting to give those who seek Him the desires of their heart. So imagine you going within yourself to seek who you are, to seek who the Creator designed you to be. That's when you go inside, that's where you can see all of this energy more clearly. What what picture is it that the Most High God within me is trying to paint for me? What do I desire? What do I want more than anything? On a soul level, that's where all this water comes from. This is on a deep emotional level, so you have to get extremely clear about this. This is the treasure that I feel that we're supposed to seek diligently within us. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. That's within us. And then all these other things will be added to you. A lot of us who have been in the spiritual realm, we understand that. And because we have gone within, we found the answers to these questions. And I really feel that this conflict that brought about a change, that helped us to make a decision, is going to be firmly rooted in our deepest soul's desires, which leads us to our purpose. They help us to see our purpose much more clearly. Hence the reason that we'll be able to offer forgiveness or that we'll be able to receive it for those who are offering it to us. Hence leading to the success that we need, which is all rooted in love. These deep desires that come that are emotionally rooted, okay, and rooted also in the spiritual, I can almost guarantee that they are founded in the universal principle of love. I can almost assure you of that. So that's the Queen of Cups energy. That's what clarified the Queen of Cups, okay? And mind you, all of that is under purpose. Clarifying the Page of Cups energy, we also got three cards. We got the King of Wands, which for me is about taking action first and foremost. It's about um, taking action with the highest good involved, with love involved, warmth involved, compassion, wanting to honestly just do what is freaking right. And though this is the masculine energy on this card, and I do believe it is applying to the masculine, this is also an energy that any of us can take. The beautiful thing about the spirit is that there is neither male nor female. We are one, literally. In the spirit, we're operating in that oneness of the divine masculine and the divine feminine being in balance with one another. Anyhow, um, With this King of Wands energy here, I really felt like this is somebody being able to take very clear action, very guided action, very direct action. Okay. But most importantly, I felt like this could be the person bringing that Queen of Cups, this forgiveness, or asking for this forgiveness, pouring out their heart to the Queen of Cups energy in hopes that she will forgive. Okay. The thing motivating this King of Wands energy is the Ace of Pentacles. This King of Wands, this masculine energy desires to have a new beginning with you. A new beginning that is going to be rooted in stability and insecurity. I also feel like this is because they have had to go within as well. They realize that they need forgiveness. They realize that they may not have offered this originally to the divine feminine here, okay? And now they want to. The Ace of Pentacles is not just about money, although money to me is definitely in the mix here. This is also could be about a new business venture, okay? This could be that the divine feminine is operating in her divine masculine energy, and in doing so, her new businesses are taking off. The actions that she's taking, they're guided. They're right. They're moving in alignment with her purpose, and thus bringing her rewards and success. When it comes to a relationship, I truly feel like this is going to be grounded in something very real. This is not fake. This is not play. This is real shit that this male will be coming to you with. Could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay? I feel like this is going to be something that is not built overnight, but it's going to be steady and it's going to be sure. And both parties, I feel, will be willing to put in the effort and the work no matter how long it takes. And I feel like that goes very, very clear with the way that I did a self love social on the 11/11 portal day, and I was led to burn a red candle for passions, not just like the erotic passions between a male and a female, but the passions about us taking action towards the things that we desire, because that's about desire as well, our lust, which these things do not have to be negative, even though a lot of those words have been, given a negative connotation. This is about taking action towards the things that we want, okay? And it was also about love. And let me tell y'all how that candle, it burned slow and it burned steady. Okay. I'm talking about even the flames never flickered really fast. It was just a slow and steady burn. And that was the reason that I ultimately brought up the candle and referenced everything, because to me, that's the energy of this Knight of Pentacles. To me, if this is in fact regarding a relationship between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, or somebody like that, this is going to be something that when it comes in, though it may take time to come in, when it comes, and I don't feel like it's going to take time, but it could. Um, it's going to be slow and steady, because this person is not wanting to mess this up. This person isn't wanting to move like a knight, where knights come in very quickly, but just as fast as they come, and they come strong too. They come strong, fast, and then it fizzles fast and they leave quickly as well. Okay. With this king, this is not a person who's wanting to move too quickly. This is somebody who's wanting to take time when they take this action, because they're not here just for fly by night relations, no matter if that's in business or pleasure or love and relationships. They're not here for some shit that's going to be over in a year, 2 years. They want something firm, and they want something that's going to last a lifetime. This is a married man, or this is a person who desires marriage. Okay. That's clarifying the Page of Cups energy. Clarifying this Four of Pentacles energy, we've got the Hermit card. Okay. Hermit energy, remember, this was the overall energy reading of the foundational cards here. So this is about going within, going within. This is that seeking first the kingdom of the Most High, and then other things will be added. This is about the Most High within being a light. What is it? What is that scripture? Being a light unto my feet, I think, and a lamp unto my path, or a lamp to my feet and a light unto my path. That's what this hermit energy gives me heavy, okay? That's also Virgo energy. Virgo energy. So this is about the healers here. Oh my God, how beautiful is that? That just hit me. How beautiful is that? This is about healers, okay? So this is going to resonate with a lot of people who you already know that you're a spiritual healer. You know that that's part of your calling and part of your purpose, okay? Um, Something that's going to cause us to go within. Jeez Louise, it's this Five of Cups. This is another five here. Five of Cups is about emotional chaos, emotional conflict. Okay. This is regret, possibly. This is reservation, I just heard. This is also despair. This is sadness. This is depression. Okay. So someone's going to have experienced this, and it's what's going to lead them to go within. I do feel like this is being experienced in the department of relationships. And again, this could be friends, family, romantic partner, however it resonates, but something emotional, emotional ties, emotional conflict, emotional changes is what has caused this particular energy to go within. Okay. Mind you, this is clarifying the Four of Coins, which I do feel was about somebody holding on to something, and it could have been holding on to emotional ties. Okay. Holding on to ties, and those emotional ties are with anyone. Somebody's been holding on to that. And I think that with this, they're realizing they have to let go. I also feel like someone could have been forced to let go. They could have been pushed to let go. There could have been conflict in this letting go. But again, this is a five, which talks about conflict, change, chaos. So this chaos and conflict is what brings about a change in the emotional department. Okay. This is also dealing with something from the past. Okay. Something from the past. This could be friendships that were started in youth. This could even be um, sisters and brothers, family, the home life. This could be issues that was rooted in childhood, innocence. I'm feeling heavy that someone could have been abused or molested, or some type of tragic event could have happened, some type of major upset that altered their emotional state and caused them to be in so much conflict with themselves. Emotionally speaking, they may not have even really let people get close to them because of something that happened to them in their childhood. And it oftentimes led them to regret and depression because they're like, I don't want to be like this, but I don't feel comfortable because of what happened to me. Somebody is going within to have that healed. That's a beautiful energy for me. Thank you, Spirit, for that revelation. Also, this Six of Cups could deal with the fact that somebody in a relationship, and this relationship that I'm talking about, is a significant other. And someone could have hurt someone because they went back to an ex, they went back to a past union. 333 was on the clock at that time. I feel like that was, you know, really true here, or really was going to resonate with someone. But yeah, guys, but the Six of Cups is about past energy, reflecting on the past, emotions coming up from the past. And for me, I also just heard that these emotions were coming up so that it could be healed, so that when time came, they could be let go of. Okay. The next card that came up was the Six of Pentacles. This was about regaining balance within yourself. Thank you, Spirit. This was about regaining balance within yourself and therefore home. A lot of people were having conflict in their emotions, and therefore that's going to mess up your house because the way that we feel, we show that, and we cause other people to feel that, even if they didn't want to. People always are going to remember how you make them feel. And a lot of these things that were coming up from our past and being brought up, they were affecting our relationships. Hence the reason why we had to go within and they had to be healed. The Six of Pentacles can talk about home life as well. It can talk about balance in the home life. Some of us, we were imbalanced because we had all of these negative emotions surrounding something that happened to us in our childhood. And we were carrying that shit and that baggage and that regret and that depression and all of these negative emotions surrounding possibly relationships. You know, we brought that with us into our adulthood. and therefore threw off the balance in our homes. We were wondering why we weren't, getting along with our spouses or other family members or other people that we love. And maybe that could have been affecting the way that you make money, the security and the stability that you felt like you had within your home. Okay. But I do feel like that is changing with the Six of Pentacles being here. This is about philanthropy to me. So a lot of you guys could realize that this is the reason that you're so giving. This is the reason that you're so charitable, so loving. You are giving up your time, of your resources, of your money because of the things that happened to you in your past. This could be all part of finding your purpose, okay? This is also all under the success card, guys. So all of this is going to be tied to your success. The Six of Pentacles deals with being a philanthropist, being a staple in the community, giving to those who are less fortunate, okay? So all of this could be part of how you're going to show up, how you're going to take action in the world, and where your success is going to come from. This is also Libra energy, so with the balances here, so you could, gain success and notoriety by helping people build relationships or repair relationships or restore balance within themselves, the relationship they have with self. And go figure, wouldn't it make sense that you're the one to do that when you had to go through that first with the Hermit card? And the last and final card to come out for this was the Wheel of Abundance. Do you know what this is? I mean, the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, that's beautiful. That's another understanding, I guess, possibly. The Wheel of Abundance. This is because you are going to have completed a cycle. And I feel like it's one where you felt like you had to fail. One where you felt like success was not for you. One where you felt like, I'm hearing poverty. Is what it is. That's, you have to let go of that. There's a new, there's a new meaning of the Four of Pentacles energy coming in. There's a new understanding of money, a new relationship with money. And I feel like it's going to be one of abundance. So you won't be in this energy of holding so tight to things, holding on to what you feel like makes you secure, what you feel like brings you stability, the little bit that you feel that you have that you cannot share. That's going to be the ending of that. And you're moving into giving freely of what you have. And guess what? That brings in more. This is abundance coming your way. Mind you, all of these cards are clarifying the success card. And this success comes from you being able to show love. Remember what that affirmation of success says. I I know that there is no greater goal than to love. First starting with yourself and then that ruminating and emanating out to other people and bringing in your abundance. How beautiful is that? Thank you, Spirit, for that understanding. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Last but not least, we will be clarifying the Page of Swords energy. Clarifying the Page of Swords. We got the Page of Swords. So to me, that was definitely some truthful information is getting ready to come out, okay? I also understand that the Page of Swords could also deal with someone spying, somebody watching you. And when I say spying, it doesn't have to be creepy spying. It's just that somebody's got their eye on you, okay? Somebody's paying attention to every move that you make, all that you're doing. They see the changes in you. They see the success that's coming, okay? Page of Swords also, we talked about dealing with the fact that some truth is going to be spoken wittily, maybe sarcastically, maybe without tact, okay? But it's still going to be truth nonetheless. That was the first card that came out of the deck. The next card that came out, so there's going to be some truth spoken about a heartbreak, possibly a third party situation. Someone's going to come out and I feel like they're going to just kind of start running off at the mouth about what really took place in this third party situation that could have caused a lot of us mental confusion, could have caused a lot of us to be feeling like we were stagnant, just to be really at just this loss mentally, kind of feeling like, oh God, where do I even go from here? That's the energy that I'm getting from this. Three different perspectives in a relationship that involved matters of the heart, which could be friends, family, romantic partners. So there's some truth that's about to get ready to come in about it. And like I said, it could be, verbal vomit. I heard someone could be immature the way that they bring it. Like they could, try to be funny and sarcastic, and they could come off as if they don't really care, but they do, I feel, with that energy. I feel that they care a lot. That's the reason why they're even coming to talk about it. But it makes them somewhat uncomfortable, I think, to possibly bear themselves in this way. It's not something that they're used to. This is a person to me, okay, thank you, Spirit. This is a person to me that when they have to reveal their truth, which could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy, heavy Aquarius energy for me right now. When this person has to talk about their truth, when they have to deal with maybe even their emotions or exposing themselves, instead of just being able to be serious, they usually like to deflect, or they like to just crack all these jokes because it makes them uncomfortable to reveal themselves in this way. But they are going to. After revealing whatever truth and information that comes out, somebody is wanting to offer or build a family with you. Somebody's wanting to work together with you to build wealth, okay? This to me is part of why they're coming back, what they're possibly could be talking to you about. I also feel like this is what they felt like they could get with the third party situation with having two people, but it didn't happen that way. Instead, people got hurt. They brought confusion and chaos to a scenario that could have been so beautiful and loving. And now, with this 10 of Pentacles, I feel like that also came to an end. They had to level up, and they had to make a choice and a decision. And I think that they have. Hence the reason that they're coming back talking. Or this could be information about, a message where, this person could be deciding that they want to give you some money. They want to pour into you because they've seen what you've been doing for yourself. The last and final card that came up was the World card, and this is achievement, achievement, achievement. That was the word that I heard loud and clear for this time. Achievement. Public speaking. Whatever achievement could mean to all of you guys, this is it. And it comes in after this message. This message that could have been heartbreaking. That is going to clear up confusion, or it could be a message about a breakup. But I really feel like whoever's coming bringing this message, they're the person that's unfortunately experiencing the heartbreak, the depression, the sadness, the darkness, the gloominess. I'm hearing a song that I have to sing. Sunshine, blue skies, please go away. My love has found another, or my girl has found another, and gone away. And with her went my future. And my life so filled with gloom. So day after day, I stay locked up in my room. I know to you, it might sound strange, but I wish it would rain. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's the energy and the vibe that I got from that. I feel like this person could be in that energy when they come to you with this message, or they could have been in that energy. And this is what brings about a truth for them. Ten of Pentacles is them, I feel like wanting to establish, like I said, a family unit. And not just any kind of family unit, but one that's firm. The Ten of Pentacles for me is also an ancestor approved relationship. That came to me a couple of months ago. The traditional tarot it shows like an older person just kind of watching. And I feel like the way that they're looking on, it's in amazement, it's approval of the connection. It's like, okay, this is who I'm okay with you being with. This feels right. This looks right. This works. Now, this coin isn't only about financial gain, although this is about financial gain. This is about feeling secure in a relationship. This is about all needs being met to me, especially on the physical aspect, in the physical aspect. This is about touching to me. This is about kissing. This is about um, looking into each other's eyes and knowing. I don't know why I was trying to rhyme, but I heard knowing that there are no lies. Being completely bare and naked with one another in the sense that I can be who I am with you. For real, for real. I don't have to hide myself from you. And I know that you still love me. So, and that's wealth. That is a wealth. Everybody doesn't have that in these relations with so many false connections and just fraudulent people not even being true to themselves so they can't be true to other people. This Ten of Pentacles relationship is rare. And it only to me comes after doing things like going within to seek the kingdom and all these other things being added. And that's what people have done in this energy, okay? The Ten of Pentacles is, like I said, that's that other stuff coming too. That's that car, that's that money, that's trips, that's inheritances, that's businesses that are not only being, started, but they're flourishing. This is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, boo boo. And these are the signs that stick out things. They stick through things. They stand the test of time. So that's beautiful energy. And look at that. The world card is the ending of this, guys. This is change for the better, graduation, elevation, world travel as well. And it's like this part could not come before all the other shit. This couldn't come before that. Oh, but it's here. And these are what the messages for the Page of Swords are going to reveal. So I also feel like the World card is about the coming together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine in harmony together. And remember, the overall energy of the clarifying cards is justice. I would not be surprised if this divine feminine could be worlds apart. They could be overseas. They could have to travel to one another or one person. I feel like that Page of Swords is a masculine energy. So I would not be surprised if the masculine is having to reach out or literally travel to meet the divine feminine to reconnect with her. Or for some, it could be connecting for the very first time in a physical way. Okay? It could have been only messaging back and forth and, phone calls, forms of communication. Just put it like that. But this is going to be truth coming out. This is going to be also to me balance being restored. So these divine connections to me are really going to be getting ready to come into union. Okay. With that being said, this is the reading for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But remember, to me, this was more so about the spiritual movement, the spiritual changes, and the spiritual messages that Spirit had for us, okay? Which can apply to all signs. Without further ado, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If you ever want to book a private reading, you can do so at theprettycoachoracles.com. Also, follow me on Facebook, you guys, or you can request me as a friend. I try not to be too crazy, but I also do like to be inclusive, so you can do that if you want, or simply follow me and find a live and basically, what am I trying to say? Hit that bell so that you can know every time I go live because there I offer free readings sometimes, not all the time, to be clear. But I do run a lot of specials with the Facebook Lives, okay? Also, if you are new here to this channel, subscribe, please. I appreciate you. Thank you to all of my subscribers who have already subscribed and who continue to come back video after video to support, okay? Give this video a like if it resonated with you in your spirit. And also, like I said, if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. It has been beautiful. Thank you guys. You have a wonderful